The RGB rock light giveaway is going live in this video. Next Saturday, I will end the giveaway and then I will aim to put up a video, say Sunday or Monday, to announce the winner of these. The way you get entered into this giveaway is by being subscribed to the channel. You have to like and share the videos that get uploaded between now and the end of the giveaway next Saturday, and you need to also comment on every video uploaded between now and next Saturday when the giveaway ends. If they're laying around here, we might as well give them away to one of you guys so that they can be put to use rather than just sit in my garage collecting dust. I also am going to be selling the Quadzilla and the 125 horsepower injectors here pretty soon. I think I've made my mind up and we're gonna let these go. So if anybody would be interested in either one of these items, then shoot me a message on Instagram or send me an email. My email is always down below in the video descriptions. I've already posted this up on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, you're a little behind on the news. I definitely suggest following me over there at Pure Panorama 19. That way you can be one of the first to know what's going on with the truck or here at the garage, or just get first dibs on stuff like this, an opportunity to save some money on some parts. I've already had a few people express interest in both of these items from the posts that I did put up on Instagram. So I think what I'm going to do for these two items is in an upcoming video, I'm going to mention one item and then I will mention the other item in a separate video. And when I mention the items in the upcoming videos, I'm gonna see who comments on the videos first, and then I'm gonna take that order and I'm gonna give those people the option to buy whatever product they want, and do it that way to try and keep it fair so that I don't have to worry about just picking someone and going that route. I want to try to keep it as fair as possible for everybody and give everyone a fair opportunity to get one of these if they're looking to pick something up. That's why I want you guys to comment on the videos when I mention the product in that video, and whoever comments first, we're gonna go in that order and we're gonna offer the product up to that person, and if they don't want it, then we'll go to the next person, so on and so forth. Also, I want to show you guys the new key tag that we have available for our very first merch item. That is right, boys. You are looking at the first of many things to come, hopefully. This is the Blue Collar Built key tag. I'll explain in just a second why I went with Blue Collar Built, but before that, I want to tell you that these are the same key tags that you see a lot of the bigger channels selling. They're made out of an excellent material with great quality embroidering, and this does say Blue Collar Built on both sides, so it is on the front and the back. So if it's hanging out of your pocket, no matter what, people will be able to read it and see it, and you can display your blue collar pride. Now, you guys have heard me talk about the merch item over the course of the last few videos, and letting you know that we finally decided on something and that it was being made and should be here very soon. I got these in a week ago and mentioned that I had them and would be showing you very soon. I thought about this here for quite a long time, months and months of just different ideas, brainstorming, and I had so many different things that I was leaning towards, and then finally came to the conclusion that Blue Collar Built was the move to go with. And what it really boils right down to is that I wanted to have something that all of you guys could relate to. I know that we can all relate to the truck content, and many of us relate to second gen content more specifically, but for a merch item, I wanted something that all of you obviously could relate to and be proud to display and show as you're at work or just running around town doing things in your daily life. And so that's why we landed on Blue Collar Built. Many of you guys know that I'm just a blue collar guy. I do work construction. I'm a carpenter, so that's what I do on a day-to-day basis for my job. And then when I come home, I thoroughly enjoy doing things with the truck, working on it, filming those videos for you guys to help inspire you to maybe do the same type of work on your truck and not pay a mechanic to do it, or maybe just to inform you on how to do those jobs and teach you from my failures and my successes, which has always been the main goal of my channel. And I firmly believe that many of you guys out there who are supporting the channel, you like what's going on here and you watch the videos, can probably relate to me in the sense that you're probably a blue collar person yourself. In fact, I want to know where my blue collar peeps are at by a show of hands down in the comment section. Where's all my hardworking guys and gals who bust their ass day in and day out to have the things they have in life? And more importantly, who's proud of it and not afraid to show it? I want to try and start a movement that not only fits the bill for me and something that I can be proud of, but more importantly, can fit into your life and you can be proud of also. And I want to say really quick that for anybody who chooses to purchase one of these to help support the efforts of the channel and support what we do here, I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate you and I'm grateful for you. I'm not currently set up to start selling these just yet. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to go about doing that, and once I finish hammering out all those details, I will certainly let you know when these are available. In the meantime, let me know down in the comment section who would rock one of these proudly on their keys, and also who's excited to see what other items I have currently planned for the future, because I've got some ideas going on up here and I think you're gonna like them. For now, let's cover the injector removal and install process briefly. For anyone who's never done this job, basically what you need to do is you gotta obviously get rid of your valve cover, take your intake horn and take it right out of the equation, just remove it completely, undo your APPS right here, and then go ahead and fold it up over to the back corner. You need to remove your fuel lines, and what I do is remove fuel lines 1, 2, and 4 first. I completely separate them and then take them right out, and then it's easier to get to the rest of the lines on the back of your VP44 pump. And at that point in time, you can go ahead and remove one of your injector hold downs and start to remove your connector tube and take out your first injector. You only want to go one injector at a time, and then once you wrap up one, go ahead and move on to the next. When you are putting it back together and you install the new injector, don't tighten down your injector hold down until you get your fuel lines put back into place. You want to go ahead and tighten the fuel lines down into the connector tube so that those seat into your injector body the right way, and then you can go through and torque down all of your injector hold downs to 89 inch-pounds. Put everything back together, you're good to bleed the system and get your first startup. If I covered that too quickly for you, then check out the link in the video description on how to do that job. So obviously I knew what I was up against, and I was able to get the truck stripped down within like 30 minutes or so. I had all this stuff out of the way, and I was to the point of removing the fuel lines, but I had to finish cleaning up the stock injectors, so I figured I would do that first, get all that done and over with, and then get to removing the rest of the lines and pulling the old injectors out. So once I had the stock injectors all cleaned, I took the fuel lines off, I pulled out the 125 horse injectors, and we got the stock ones reinstalled and started to put everything back together. Everything was going smooth sailing all the way up until we started the truck and went to take it for a test ride. Really quick, when you bleed the system, just crack lines 1, 3, and 4. Go ahead and bump your starter for a second and let your lift pump run for that 30 seconds or so, and then leave your lines cracked and go ahead and crank the truck as if you're going to try and start it until you see fuel coming out of all those lines, and then you want to tighten those lines down quickly as the fuel is still coming out so that you don't chance having air pull back into them. That might be a task for 2 people. It's a little easier if you have someone helping you watch those lines as you're inside the cab cranking the engine over. But anyways, when we took off right out of the driveway, as soon as I hit the road, I knew that something was up. The truck just had a funny sound going on, and it just felt like it was spitting and sputtering. Now, when I started the truck originally right here in the driveway, everything seemed good. We had all of our lines tightened down, and there was absolutely nothing wrong from the sounds or looks of it. But I get right over there on the road, and that's when shit seemed to hit the fan. So I quick back the truck back up into the driveway and get it up here into its parking spot in front of the garage. And I hop out and I walk around the back of the truck to come over to the exhaust so that I could listen to it to see if I could figure out what the hell that sound was that was happening. And that sound sounded like a miss, as if the truck wasn't getting fuel and it wasn't firing on all 6 cylinders. I no sooner got back here and crouched down to get eye level with the exhaust, and as soon as I got crouched down to look at it and listen, I could hear and see out of the corner of my eye the truck pissing diesel fuel out from underneath the front. So I made my way right on up front here and looked up in the engine bay like this, and then I got down like this, and I was looking, and there was just diesel going everywhere. You can see it right there all over the stone. And what I found was that my dumbass, trying to beat the daylight and get this all put back together before it was dark, I had about 45 minutes of daylight left as I was trying to put everything back together, and my dumbass forgot to tighten down one of the fuel lines on the back of the VP44 injection pump when I was putting the lines back on. I didn't notice it until I had gotten everything put together, had already tried to bleed the system. The truck fired up just normal and fine like it should, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. How it could fire up normal and seem fine when one of the fuel lines just completely wasn't connected to the injection pump. But in any case, it did fire up, so everything seemed fine, and that's when I decided to take it for a test drive, and I no sooner got it into gear, put a load on the engine, and that's when things seemed off, and I pulled her back in here and discovered my my big mistake. It's a little hard to see down in there, but you're looking at the fuel lines on the back of the VP44 right now, and if I can get my hand down in here to show you, the line that I forgot to tighten was this one right there. So I ended up having to remove the intake horn off the truck again. I had to move the APPS back up over here to the corner, pull off lines 1, 2, and 4 so that I could gain access to those 3 lines on the backside, which are up against the side of the engine, and then tighten that line down and put everything back together before it got dark on me. But no worries, because I was able to get it done. Obviously, I just kind of focused on that. I didn't share that in that video, so that I was able to just pull that stuff back off, get to that connection, and then tighten down that one line, get it put back together before I was out here in the dark. Once I got that line tightened down, I bled the system again for good measures, and then went to fire the truck up, and she fired right off like always, and things were golden. So between the new starter being installed on the truck last Friday, and then pulling the 125 horse injectors to replace them with some clean stock injectors, the truck is firing up beautifully, and we are right now more than ever ready to let this thing go to a new home. So I'm just waiting for that right person to come along. I've had plenty of people contact me, few people come to look and test drive it, but one of my biggest problems that I've been running into so far is younger kids coming to look at the truck, but they're more or less window shopping, and they're coming to test drive, but it's more like a joyride. So they're coming to take my truck that I've busted my ass for and spent tons of time, effort, and money on to keep this in as good mechanical condition as I can. They're coming to take it for a joyride, and I've unfortunately had to put a stop to that. And I've also been a little bit picky with who I respond to or allow to come over here and look at it. I try to feel them out online with a little conversation first to see if they may or may not be serious. But you guys know how it goes. Tons of people out there just want to waste your time, and unfortunately I don't have time to have wasted at this point. I'll just be patient though, because I know that we eventually will find the right person for the truck, and she will go to a good home when that time is right. That's where I'm going to end this video though, guys. I wanted to show you the new merch item, get that rock light giveaway going, and then share my big mistake with you guys to kind of just let you know that things don't always go smoothly for me. It may appear that way in the videos. It might look like things just go smoothly or the way that they're supposed to, because that's what you guys see. But I'll be the first to tell you and be 100% honest with you that I run into trouble and hiccups all the time when I'm working on this thing. I wish stuff would always go smoothly though, because it would save me a shit ton of time. Remember, we're gonna do the rock light giveaway for 1 week's time, so up till next Saturday, and you need to be liking and sharing the videos. You need to be subscribed and commenting on any video that's uploaded in between now and then. And also let me know what you think about the blue collar built key tags. If you guys would rock one of those on your keys proudly. Let me know if you're excited to see what other items I have in mind here that I will hopefully look to have made here in the near future. Subscribe if you're new, turn on those post notifications by clicking the bell, hit that like button. Don't forget to check out the links in the video description, and I will see you guys soon with another new video. See ya.